Hello, I'm Sam, and this is a small video on changing your file extensions. Certain programs create, well, everything, all files have a dot and then some letters at the end of them, and that is what we call a file extension. So it's dot docx for the latest version of Microsoft Word, and it's dot gdoc for Google Docs. And I'm just going to show you an example of that now. So if I go to properties. So properties on this is a Microsoft document, and it is Microsoft Word document, and it is a .docx. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I can manipulate that. So here I am in Google, and in Google, if I just went to, so I've got the different images here, logo. So that logo is a Google Doc, which would be .gdoc. Google Slides, .gslides. Google Sheets, .dsheets. And all I have to do is open it up. So there it is, opens up. It's just called extension. I go into File, I go Download, and now I've got different formats. So the ones that matter to us really are going to be .docx, which is for Microsoft Word, ODT, which is for OpenOffice applications such as Apache OpenOffice or Libre OpenOffice. There's rich text format, we won't worry about that. There's PDF, portable document format, we're going to look at that later. You can save it into some others, but that's a bit more advanced. So I'm going to save it as I'm going to download it as a Microsoft Word document. And when I slightly minimize that, that extension has gone into my downloads, and you can take it out of my downloads, drag it onto my desktop. Okay. So here it is, and then what I can do, which is quite interesting, if I just go back into my drive, I can drag it from my computer and drop it. And now you'll see that I've got one here called extension .docx. And when I open that, at the top it's got .docx as opposed to just .extension, like so. So I've exported that in a format now that somebody using Word would be able to read, so I could then attach that to an email and send it to them. I can do the same thing for Google Slides. I just go to the download, and in this case I've got PowerPoint. ODP would be OpenOffice presentation, and I can also do the same thing for the equivalent of a spreadsheet. So XLXS, make those a little bit smaller, take those, drag them over onto my desktop, come into here, and when I drag those over, you'll now see that to-do list, that's the normal one. Here it is with the X, and that's because it's now .xlsx. Very nicely it tells you that. And there's the PowerPoint with the .pptx. I'll go in a minute and I'll show you how to do that the other way round from Word. But what we're going to do now is that we're going to do a very common thing where different versions of a program, even the same program, can change the formatting. So you have your CV that's written in Microsoft Word, you hand it over to somebody, their computer opens it slightly differently, and all the formatting goes screwy or a little bit to pot. So I've got my CV here. I'm just going to drop it into my Google Drive. So one of the things that we can do with CVs is we can just, or with any document, we change them into something called a PDF, portable document format, because when they're easy to read, most programs, most computers can open them, but when they open them up, the formatting will be the formatting that you saved it as. So if I just take this one here, open up my CV, wait for it to come, and then go to File. And now I can save as Google Docs if I want, so I could edit in Google. But what I want to do here is download it into a PDF. There we go, and we now have a PDF here. So I'm just going to change that over there. I'll just drag the PDF from my downloads onto my desktop, and I've also just copied it here. So the Sam Emmett CV.docx.pdf. So I converted that into I converted it from a .doc into a PDF. So now when I open that, it's calling it a PDF instead. So I could now download that, attach it to an email and send it to anybody, and they would be able to open it. Okay, so those are going out to Google. Coming into Google, it's easy enough because you just drop the file in, and then you'll have the option to save it as a Google Docs if you don't have it as Google Docs. But the other thing is you can export it out into whatever format you want. That's one side of it. So now what I'm just going to very quickly do is show you just that the other way around. So if I was in if I had my normal Word type document, what I can do is I can go File, and if I go to Export, which is what it usually is, I have the option to change the file type, but in this particular case, create a PDF. Create a Write PDF, is that's just the program, my PDF program that I use. So create PDF, and the list of stuff is now going to be a PDF, and I'll just put it into the downloads there. Publish. Job done. So that's how we do it the other way around. So that's creating manipulating file extensions. And that's it for this video.